YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Xerxes coming back at you with another one. What I wanted to do in this video is kind of go over how I've crafted all of the rare pieces of gear on my character. I've gotten a lot of people, asking how much this build is worth and all kinds of things. And it's kind of hard to say because I've literally every rare piece of gear on this character I've made myself. I haven't bought any of it off trade. So it's hard to say. And so what I wanted to do is actually load up some Craft of Exile tabs here. There's I think I have like 7 tabs, right? So that's all the rare gear that I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my cluster jewel, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might have one extra one somewhere. But what I did is I loaded up. I took my items, I copy and pasted them into a new tab in here. I got rid of all the modifiers that you're not going to have, and then I just want to show you how I crafted my pieces step by step. I'm going to try and do this kind of quick, but this is a process that will take you a little while, and you have to prioritize which one's more important. But I'll show you how I did every rare piece of gear on my character. Okay, so we'll start with the claw. What you're going to want to do before you even start crafting this claw is get perfect fossils and get it to 30%. You could probably settle for 29, but if you're going to be spending money on crafting like in-game gear, you might as well go for 30. So that's what I did, 30%, and then you're going to look for a 27% attack speed, fractured Imperial Claw. Okay, once you get there, you start spamming this with essences. So you're going to go to Essence of Hatred T1, and you're going to spam this. Okay, so what you're looking for here is either, I would say, T1 or T2 increased fizz, or T1 or T2 flat fizz. So I'm just going to spam through some of these and see if we can get lucky and hit like a decent fizz roll. Tier 7, tier 6, nothing there, nothing there. Those are all suffixes. So we're just going to keep on going here for a minute and see if we can hit something good. That's hybrid. We don't want that. Tier 6, no. Tier 7, tier 5. Tier 5. Lightning, no. No. I'm basically just going to keep spamming here until I see fizz somewhere. Tier 3. So let's just say that you wanted to settle for tier 3. If you don't have a ton of currency, deafening essences are pretty expensive. So let's just say you wanted to set, for the sake of the video, you wanted to settle for this. What you do now is you go to prefixes cannot be changed. Okay, so that means you have to have an open suffix. And what you're going to need to do is, unfortunately, you're going to have to annulment one of those off, and we did, so which is good. So now you go to prefixes cannot be changed, craft that on there, that's 2 divines, and now you go to veiled chaos, boom, here, and oh, we hit a veiled suffix, that sucks. We're basically going to have to go again. So we unveil, nothing on here that we're looking for, so you craft this on there. Luckily our prefixes didn't change, and we have an open suffix to craft it again. So you just craft suffixes or prefixes can't be changed again, and you go again. We hit a veiled suffix again. Wait a second. Let me make sure I have an open prefix that's available. Okay, I do. So we're just getting giga unlucky. So boom. Nope, don't need that. I was trying to think if there was a way that we could salvage this, but that's not the case. So go here. And then we veiled chaos again. Veiled suffix. Wow. That's just wild. So we unveil. We go again. Prefixes can't be changed. Veiled chaos. Here we go. Okay, so now we hit a veiled prefix. Okay, so now you're going to unveil, and you could either take attacks with this weapon penetrate elemental resistance, not chaos res. You don't want that one. But here we're going to have to go with this. Okay, so this would be what we would settle for here. Now our prefixes are good. We got increased fizz, we have flat fizz, we have cold. Now what you do is you go prefixes cannot be changed, and you reforge crit in harvest. So we're going to go reforge crit, and we're looking for, you know, a high tier crit multi, a high tier crit chance, something along those lines. We hit T4 crit multi. You could settle for this. This would be like a decent claw. And then all you're going to do is craft on crit chance on the bench. Increase critical strike chance. I think you can get it to this one here. And then obviously you would just want to keep on crafting that until you hit 27. I don't know. Oh wait, it does reroll. There you go. Boom. So that's the claw. That's how you do it. That cost 3,265 chaos to do. So 3,265 divided by 210. That's 15 divines. I think, you know, we got pretty unlucky on some of those unveils. So depending on how your unveils go, could be less, could be more, but that's 15 dibs for the claw. Okay. Move on. Here we have the chest, okay? And this is another one that you're going to want to get high quality on. On mine, I think I settled for 28. I ran out of fossils, but as close to 30 as you can get, because this is where we're going to be getting a decent amount of our evasion from. And we want that to be as high as possible. When you're searching for these fractures, you want it to be a high enough eye level to roll T1 res. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but get that. And then you can search in PoE like trade on the base percentile. It'll be like on the bottom left-hand side of the search. Click that, and that'll basically give you like a higher amount of what this is. That way you can get as much giga evasion out of here as possible. So what we'll do here, we start with a tier 2 suppress. It has to be 19%. Okay, so the important thing to know on this build is that you need 38% suppress between your chest and your shield. So you want 19 and 19, 20 and 18, whatever it may be. Okay, 19 and 19 is a little bit more manageable because they're both tier 2. So getting a tier 1 suppress roll would be way more expensive. So what we do here is we're looking for chaos resistance and a T1 or T2 Ellie res. So that's all we're searching for. So we're going to go over here to essences, and we're going to use essences of envy, which are here. And we hit this until we see another res down there on the bottom, which ideally is tier 1 or tier 2. So we're just going to spam this here until we see a decent res. Tier 3 lightning, I'd probably keep going. Tier 5. Tier 7, tier 5, Dex, just looking for some res. T2 fire, I'd probably settle for that. Okay, so and we have a decent flat evasion already on there, which is nice. So here, what you're going to want to do is you want to make sure that the Searing Exarch is dominant. So this is a tier 5 one. So what we would do here is we would go here and we would just put on like a lesser Ichor. So now the Exarch is dominant, and what we can do is if we brick our prefixes, we can remove them with Eldritch Annuls. So here you have already a pretty decent flat evasion. The only other thing that you're looking for here is increased evasion, and then you're going to craft on the physical damage taken as elemental. So you want to block life because life is the highest weighting on the chest. And so what you do here is you just go to life, and you're going to craft like flat life on here, and then you're going to slam and hoping for a high tier increased evasion. We didn't get it. So remember, it's not showing, but this prefix here is crafted. So you're going to go to the bench, you're going to remove this, and now you're going to Eldritch Annul, and you're going to try and annul off this shitty reflect. Okay, so you go here. Oh wait, no, I rolled the wrong thing. So, oh, this is still lesser. Okay, so we're good. So you go here, Eldritch Annul, and you want to get rid of that. Nope, we didn't. Okay, so here you just Eldritch Annul again, and now you're left with a clean base that has 3 suffixes that are good and no prefixes. Okay, so you would go back and you would craft life on, and then you slam. Well, you don't slam, you slam hoping to see if you get, I would settle for tier 3 or higher, either flat evasion or percent evasion. So tier 10, that's absolute doggo. So what you're going to want to remove this, okay? You're going to want to remove this crafted mod every single time. because you don't want to waste Eldritch Annulls on a crafted mod because it can hit that. So remove this and then Eldritch Annul that shitty evasion off, and we're back to square one. So you craft life. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Let's just say that we crafted that much life. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but now we slam. We hit tier 4 increased. We'll call that okay for the sake of the video. And then now we're just really praying that we hit flat evasion. And we didn't. We hit tier 6. So we only have an 1800 evasion chest. This is dog shit. Unfortunately, we're going to have to annul, see if we can annul off that hybrid. We did. So now we make sure that we put the life craft back on there, and we slam again. And we hit T1. Boom. Okay, so this is a 2500% or 2500 evasion chest. This was a crafted mod. So we removed this, and then we put physical taken as I don't know, percent physical damage taken. We need the crafting bench right here, and we're gonna go there, and you just basically keep on spamming this until you hit 6 and 6 and your chest is done. That's a fucking good chest. Okay, and then on here, this is actually already what you would be looking for, is the crit multi for attack damage. And on the Eater of Worlds implicit, you could probably roll, I don't know how expensive grands are, but let's just see if we can hit hatred effect on here. Discipline, purity of ice, determination. Give me hatred, baby. Man, rolling these things can be such a pain in the ass sometimes. Don't get baited by this. You're going to get that from a jewel. So don't, we used to have fortify on chest. We don't need that anymore. Okay. So, anger, come on. Pride. It's coming. It's coming. Give it to me. This will just kind of give you a good example of what you can expect when you're rolling this. Come on. Pure device, melee, fortify, grace. Don't get baited by that either. We don't need that. We need the damage, the damage. Come on. There we go. Boom. Done. Chest is done. That was 1,564 chaos. So divided by 210. That's 7 divines. That's, you know, and this isn't including the bases, guys. This is just how much it costs to craft it once you get them. But that's not bad. 7 divines for, you know, a pretty solid chest. Ideally, you would want this to be higher, T2, you know. So, but that's not a bad mod at all. If we let's say we remove that and we did hit like T2, evasion, increased evasion rating T2. Is it this one? Why is it not showing up? 60 to 79. Oh, that's tier 3. Okay, tier 3 right there. So that's a 27. This is like pretty much what I have on mine. 2700 evasion. So that's what you're looking for there. Okay, chest is done. Okay, gloves. On the gloves, you're not going to have these, so don't worry about this yet. Just worry about the base. So you want to get a pair of evasion-based gloves with fractured T1 accuracy. And from here, you're going to use essences of Zeal. I believe the T2 ones are the ones that I used. I don't know that T1's even a thing, honestly, because this is 18%. I mean, I guess we can just use these. That's what it says. I used the other ones that are like 14 to 16, but let's just use these. We might as well. And what you're looking for here, this is real easy. You're looking for the attack speed mod, and you're looking for T1 or T2 resistance on your suffix. Ideally, you're going to want T1. Hey, there it is. Easy peasy, lemon fucking squeezy. All right, so suffixes are done. Now you go, prefixes can't be changed. Or no, suffixes can't be changed, sorry. Suffixes cannot be changed. Now you reforge life. So you go to harvest, reforge life, and you're looking for probably T3 or higher life on here. Tier 6, we go again. So we go suffixes can't be changed, reforge life. Shit, same thing, boom. Tier 8 life, gotta love that. Tier 7 life, fuck off. Tier 5, nah. Tier 9, wow. Tier 3. You know what? Let's call that good. So then what you're going to do is you want to, there's probably something that you can block on here, like evasion. I guess you would probably block evasion. So let's craft on like evasion. I'm just assuming that evasion has like a high weighting. I don't know that for a fact. Check the weighting, and whatever has a high weighting on there. You know what? Let's actually just do this. We'll go to Craft of Exile. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about if you're not sure what I mean. So we're going to gloves. They're dex-based gloves. And we can look on the prefixes here and see what has the highest weight. Okay, so evasion. I was right. Okay, so evasion and increased evasion are the highest weighting. So you want to block those. And then we're hoping that we can hit some kind of damage on here. You know, fire, cold, lightning, anything would be decent. So we'll go back to here. We'll craft on this evasion, right? Remember, this is crafted, and we're going to slam. And we hit T2 cold damage. That's fucking huge. Okay, so now remember, this evasion is crafted, so we're going to remove that, and then we're going to craft damage while leeching. Is it damage while leeching? Damage during flask effect. During any flask effect. Boom. And your gloves are almost done. Okay, so this is this is like probably better than my gloves, honestly. And that cost us 4,000 divines, or 4,000 chaos, excuse me, which is pretty expensive, right? So 4,735 divided by 210. That's 22 divines. But these are like, this is all, we have one T2 roll and one T3 roll, but other than that, these are all T1 rolls. Okay, so these gloves, you'll never have to change anything on these gloves again. Now, what we do for the Exarch implicits here is we're going to start off with Grand Embers, and what you're looking for here is +1 strike. Okay, so we go here. We'll roll these until we hit non-val skills, target an additional enemy. Give it to me. Rolling these is kind of a bitch sometimes. Luckily, you only have to roll it once. There we go. Boom. Okay, so this is grand. So now what you want to do is go to exceptional Ichors and slam one of those on. Doesn't matter what you hit. Okay, this is higher now. So it tends to have a higher chance of upgrading the lower tier. Okay, so, and what I mean by upgrading is an Orb of Conflict. So this either raises or lowers one, and based on what I can tell, the one that's lower has a higher chance of upgrading. So as you can see, this is tier 3 and this is tier 4. Ideally, we would want this to go to tier 4 and this to tier 3. So we're going to Orb of Conflict and hope that the Exarch one goes to tier 3. It didn't. Unlucky. Okay, so depending on the cost of these, this is where you can get kind of you can either go back to rolling grands, or if Orb of Conflicts aren't that crazy, I would just hit another one and you're back to where you started. And now you hit it again and hope that it goes the other way. It didn't. That's giga unlucky, man. So you go again. We're back to where we started. Wow, that's insane, dude. That's happened 3 times in a row. That's like I'd be pissed if this was happening, but there we go. We got to where we needed to be. Okay, so now our Exarch strike skills is at tier 3, and this is at tier 4. So we need to put another tier 3 Ichor on. So you're going to go here. Now they're the same. Okay, so now it's kind of 50-50 on if you're going to upgrade your strikes to +2. So you Orb of Conflict again, and you pray, and we got it. Okay, so now our strike skills are at +2, and then you just go back to rolling lessers until you hit Pierce. On here, projectiles pierce an additional enemy. These were expensive gloves. There we go. So the total of this one came out to 68.96. So 6896 divided by 210. That's 32 divines. I feel like we got giga unlucky on some of this stuff, but just so you know, that's how much I crafted these for in here. Yours could be different. All right, but move on. The boots. Basically, I bought a pair of fractured move speed boots. And then I hit these with Essences of Envy until I, did I get another res on mine? What did I get on mine? I can't remember. Let's take a look here. I don't think I needed another. Oh, wait, I did. Yeah, I got cold res on there. So you're looking for a tier 1 res along with your chaos res. So we're just going to spam here until we get another T1 res. You might settle for something like this, honestly. This is actually pretty good. So we got chaos res, cold res, Ellie res, or lightning res, excuse me. And we do have 3 prefixes on here. So we're going to need to annul one of the prefixes, unfortunately. Oh, we can do that through Eldritch, right? So let's say our Exarch is dominant right now. So we're going to Eldritch annul off one of those prefixes. And wait, I think that might have been a hybrid prefix that we had, but we wanted to get rid of that anyway. So now suffixes are good. We don't need to do anything with that. So we can go suffixes can't be changed. Craft that on there. This prefix is already locked, so it's not going to change. And we're going to reforge life here. So we go harvest, reforge, life, boom. We hit tier 9, which is absolute dog shit. So you're going to Eldritch Annul. And then you're going to suffixes can't be changed, reforge life. Tier 3, I'd probably call that good. And then craft on some sort of prefix on boots. I'm not sure what even prefix you could craft on here, but just look up prefixes that you could craft on boots. Let's actually just go right here. We're looking for boots, dex based, and are there any prefixes that we can craft on here that would be good? Don't need chance to avoid being frozen. Honestly, no. Maybe just craft on evasion or something like that if you need it. That's what I would do to finish those off. But anyway, they're done. Okay, so I wonder if this item's still in the emulator. If we go back, it is. So then here you want to get, I would say you probably want to get your Searing Exarch Brittle Ground up to at least 4 seconds. So you would go here. Let's see which one it is. Tier 4. Yeah, so what I would do here is look for Brittle Ground on these. You need Brittle Ground. It's going to get you to crit cap, so you have to have it. And the longer you have the duration, it just feels much better. So we'll roll this until we hit Brittle Ground. I wouldn't do the unique enemy in your presence. That's bait. Sap ground. Where we at, boys? Where we at? Give me Brittle Ground, please. Wow. I got unlucky on this one. I hope I haven't rolled over it. This is crazy. This PoE in a nutshell for you. There we go. Boom. Okay, so now this is 4 seconds. You could probably stop there, honestly. What I did was I had it at tier 4, and then I did the same thing basically where I put an exceptional Ichor on. Fizz's extra lightning, and then I Orb of Conflicted to get the Brittle Ground up to 5 seconds. And we got unlucky again. So we're here, back to where we started, and now we're there at 5 seconds. And then you rolled the, I think it's either Cold as extra Chaos or Elusive Effect. You could roll either one of those and call that good. Okay, so that's 2795. 2795 divided by 210. That's 13 divines. Okay, boots are done. The shield. This is like I was saying earlier, you need 19% increased or 19% suppress on here, 19 and 19 or 20 and 18, whatever you want, but you got to have 38% between these two items, okay? So unfortunately, we want attack speed on here, but there's no way to guarantee that it's a certain tier. We can't use essences. So what we have to do is go to harvest and we go reforge speed. And what you're looking for here is tier 1 attack speed, which, hey, wouldn't you look at that? We have tier 1 attack speed, but we have a suffix that we don't want there. So we need to annul that avoid ailments off. We annul the speed. We go again. Tier 2, tier 3, tier 1 with a suffix that we don't want. So we're going to annul cold res. We can still salvage it, and it's good. Okay, so now we go. Suffixes can't be changed. Boom, crafted on there. Then we go veiled chaos, and what we're looking for here is a veiled suffix. It's from what I've seen, a not super high chance to get a veiled suffix. Hey, we got one. Look at that. That's huge. And so now you got to pray that you get double damage while focused. And we did not get it, unfortunately. So here you would just craft something on. We have 3 suffixes, so we need to annul one off. We did, saved it. So now we craft on suffixes can't be changed. We veiled chaos again. We hit a prefix. This is what I was talking about. It's a little bit more common. Fire and cold damage. Now our suffixes, we have 3, so we need to annul the lightning res off. Didn't do it. We annulled the speed off. So now you go back to harvest speed. Give me tier 1. Tier 1 with a suffix we don't need. So we annul that off. Still alive. Still alive. Boom. Suffixes can't be changed. Now we veiled chaos. And we hit a veiled prefix, so we're fucked. We unveil. Doesn't matter. Suffixes are full. We need to annul one off. We didn't, but we can still save it. And we annulled the speed, so we go again. Here, speed, boom. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, tier 4, tier 1. We need fire res gone. It's not. Rip. We need Ellie res gone. It is. Saved it. Suffixes can't be changed. Veiled chaos. Give me a suffix, baby. Got it. Give me double damage. Shit. This is unfortunate. So we need to annul off that mod that we just put on there. We didn't. So now we go here and we keep going. T1, get rid of regen. Still there, still there. Boom. Suffixes can't be changed. Veiled chaos. Veiled suffix. Give it to me this time. Shit. Strength and it's not bad. If you need stats, you could probably stick with that, and then you would just reforge life. But if you're looking for damage, the shield that I have is it has suppress, attack speed. Do I need to divine that attack speed? I do. It's 1%. I'm not really that worried about it. So it's got suppress, attack speed, life, double damage while focused, and cold is extra chaos. This is like a GG shield, okay? But so we need to get rid of one of these suffixes. Let's go back here. So we'll annul. Hey, we saved it. So now we go suffixes can't be changed. Veiled chaos. We hit a suffix again. No way. Double damage. Dude, giga unlucky. Unveil, or not unveil. Annul, and it's gone. So we go back to speed. Go back to speed. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 1 with cold res. Got rid of the cold res. We're getting lucky on these, but the unveils are what's costing us a lot of money here. Veiled chaos. We hit a suffix this time, surely. Wow, dude. Unfortunate, real unfortunate. Attack speed's still there. Attack speed's still there. Attack speed's gone. Tier 1 with a shitty suffix. We're good. Suffixes can't be changed. Veiled chaos. Prefix. Unlucky. We have 3 suffixes. We need to get rid of that. Accuracy. And it's gone. And it's gone. Tier 1 with dex. Annul the dex. Nope. Tier 1 with all res. Annul the all res. Nope. Tier 1 with stun and block. God, dude. This craft is getting very expensive. Wow. Tier 1 with lightning res. We're going to annul the lightning res off. Yes, we are. Boom. Give it to me this time. Dude, prefix sucks. Annul. Oh, wait. We don't need to annul. We got lucky here where we don't need to, so we can just go back to craft suffixes can't be changed and then veiled chaos again. Failed suffix. Surely. Surely this time. We're at fucking 7,000 chaos for this shield. Wow. Man. Alright, well. Unveil. Or not unveil. Annul. We're still alive. We are dead in the water. Tier 4. Tier 4. Tier 1 with fire res. Get rid of fire res. Here we go. Prefix. Unlucky. Do we have full suffixes? We do. That's actually a pretty decent rule. Like something like that, if you hit the prefixes right, you might be able to sell something that has like a void elemental elements. I'm sure someone would probably buy that to recoup some of your money. So if you see like a really good third mod that, you know, might be good for another build, you could sell that. I sold one for 10 divs that I was crafting that just ended up rolling stuff that I didn't need. But this is not what we're looking for. So we go annul. And we saved it, so we craft on suffixes can't be changed, and we veiled chaos. Prefix unlucky. Our suffixes are full. Unveil, or I want to keep on calling that unveil, but it's not. Nope, I just ate those fucking annulment orbs. Tier 3, tier 1 with fire res. Get rid of the fire res. Nope. Tier 3, tier 2, 3, 3. 2, 1 with fire res. Fire res is gone. We're alive here. Let's see. Nope, we are dead in the water. But we actually can go again. We got a suffix. Pray. It's a decent life on there too. Pray, 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 pray. Hey, there we go. Man, this video is taking 5 hours, it seems like. Okay, so now our suffixes are good. That only cost us 9,000 chaos. No big deal. So now what you're going to do is suffixes cannot be changed. And you're going to reforge life. And you're hoping for probably T2 or higher life on here. And that's not what you're looking for. So you go suffixes can't be changed. Reforge life. Tier 7. No, thank you, sir. Suffixes can't be changed. Reforge life. Hey, T1 life. That's huge. Okay, so now, what would be the best thing to roll on here? Let's actually go to calculator real quick, and we're going to pull up a shield that's dex based, and it's a prefix. So the highest weighting is evasion or life, which we already have on there, and then evasion is next. So let's craft on evasion on here. Let's just craft on this shitty tier evasion. Remember, this is crafted, and you're going to slam hoping for like cold damage to attacks would be socketed melee, unforge. So with this one, I would settle for this, right? So what I would do is this evasion was crafted, so we're going to remove that, and then I would just go cold damage as extra chaos damage right there, and then just craft that until you hit 8, and I would call that good. You have a dead prefix here, but with how much money we've spent on these, fuck, I wouldn't want to spend any more. Ideally, you would want to do this until you hit cold damage to attacks, or lightning or fire or whatever it may be, just any sort of damage. But I wouldn't, if I'd already spent 11,000 chaos on this, I wouldn't keep going. So this one ate up a lot of our currency. This is 11152 divided by 210. That's 50 divines that we just spent right there. That's crazy. But that's how I did mine. I think I spent about 30 to craft mine. So we got giga unlucky with the unveils, but that's how crafting in this game goes. We're on to the next one. A couple more items here, guys. Okay, so I don't think I removed the mods from this item before I started doing this, but ideally you want an opal ring that has fractured attack speed. There's none even on the market as far as last I checked. So I got an opal ring that had increased LE damage with attacks fractured. And what you do here is go to essences, you go to suffering, and you're going to go to T1 suffering. Boom. We hit the mod. The mod's going to be guaranteed. And so the other thing that you're looking for, at least what I did to mine, was make sure that it has another open prefix, and you go Prefixes cannot be changed. Yes, prefix can't be changed. And then you veiled chaos. We hit a prefix, we unveil fire and lightning damage to attacks. We'll call that good. So now our prefixes are solid. We have fire and lightning damage to attacks, we have cold damage to attacks, and we have elemental damage with attacks. Prefixes are done. And here you go, prefixes can't be changed again, and you're going to reforge chaos. So you go to harvest crafting, reforge chaos, and you're just looking for reforge chaos, a high tier chaos roll. Tier 5, I probably wouldn't settle for that, so I would go, we have an open suffix, so you go prefixes can't be changed, reforge chaos again, and there you go. That's exactly what you're looking for. So you have T1 chaos res, T4 cold damage, and then you would craft on, is it speed? Is that a suffix? Yep. Man, if I could hit this, actually, this would shit on the ring that I have right now. The attack speed, or I don't have the attack speed on here, so this is actually. But I think I needed strength and intelligence on mine. But this is actually a really good opal ring, and we only spent 1,786 chaos on that. So what is that? 1,786 divided by 210. It's like 8 divines or something. Yeah, 8.5 divines for a ring that you could probably sell this ring for 20. Honestly, that's a really good ring. And then the last piece of gear that I have in here is the one that would take the longest to craft. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you. You need it to be an item level 84 large cluster jewel with cold damage, and it needs to have 12 passives. Okay, search for that in the trade, and then just hit it with one alchemy orb to get it rare. And then you're going to go over to harvest, and this is where you're going to need a lot of purple juice. There's a purple juice, and then I think you can do caster as well. I think that might be blue juice. I don't remember, but attack is the one that I did. Okay, so you're just going to go reforge attack. And what this will do is it will guarantee that you're going to get this node right here, or this affix right here. It's not going to guarantee that it's 3%, but it's going to guarantee that you get attack and cast speed with cold skills. Okay, this actually is something that I would consider trying to annul off this this life. So let's just try and see if we can hit the max life. We did. Okay, so ideally on this cluster jewel, what you're looking for is 3% increased attack and cast speed with cold skills. You're looking for it to have 35% increased effect and increased damage at least 3%. This one here, the last suffix, is kind of up to you on what you hit. Depending on how much you want to spend, you might have to settle for a shitty last suffix. But all attributes or chaos res, I would say, are probably the top two that you would be searching for, which is why I said that it would be worth it to try and annul that off. The likelihood of us slamming 35% increased effect on here is really low, but when you're talking about an item that's going to cost you probably 40 or 50 divines to craft, it's worth it to try and save some time and cut some corners if you can, and try and get lucky. Armor, no. So what you can do is just probably slam again. Holy shit. Wow, that's wild. Okay, so if you did this in 77 chaos, fucking good luck. That's really good. The armor is not ideal here. You want damage, but if I had this, I would keep this. I would buy another cluster and I would keep going, right? Because the 3% attack speed, the 35 effect, and all attributes is just too good to roll over, I think. So as like a starter, keep that, put that on, and then get another one, and then try and roll that. But just for the sake of the video here, I'm going to try and annul off that armor. Let's see if we hit it. No. We'll go back and undo that. So let's just say that we remove this armor. Okay, I wouldn't recommend doing that if you didn't have a backup one, but we'll slam and see if we can hit increased damage. Energy shield, no. So we'll remove that. Energy shield again. Did I not click on the damn thing? How many times are we going to hit energy shield? life. I'm just doing this to show you. Prismatic Heart, any of these you're not going to want. Ideally, you want damage. Armor shit. Armor is shit. And this is what I'm talking about. This is how the fact that we hit these three right off the jump is like absolutely insane. I rolled a lot of these and just got frustrated beating my head against the wall. Storm Rider don't want. Deep Chill don't want. I guess we could just do this, huh? It's probably faster. 2% increased damage. If you hit something like this, you know, it's unfortunate because 3% is where you get the extra percent. So that's why we're looking for 3% on this and three all chaos res or 3 attributes or whatever, because the 35% actually gives us 1 more. So instead of having 3% increased attack speed per point, we're getting 4. Here we're going up to 5 all attributes. And here, if we had 3% increased damage, each node would give us 4% increased damage. Okay, so this is the cluster jewel that you're looking for. Like I said, you want 35, 3, and 3 with something useful down here. Try and, you know, settle for what you can. For the first one that I got had regen life per something. It was terrible, but I settled for it and sold it for like 15 divines after I got a new one. So this is probably a long video, and I apologize if it was a little boring, but I think it could be pretty useful for some people that maybe don't understand how to craft some of the gear. So hopefully the video helped you. If it helped you in any way, do me a favor, drop a like down below. You know, let me know if you guys have had any luck with crafting, or if you guys are just sitting there spamming stuff and throwing currency away. But I'll leave the video there, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.